Move and be moved by these savings right now at Team Mazda. Choose a new 25 Mazda CX-50, Mazda CX-70, or Mazda CX-90 and get low 1.9% financing. Discover the Mazda experience and save right now at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
There's that familiar music.
Familiar?
As you take a
Signaling
tour
we're
of our
live
green
online
room.
now.
Where are we?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
News Now.
I never know where Bobby's going to start the camera.
Oh, yeah. Bobby is our
Bobby's our
director
director,
here on
yes.
9 News This Morning. One of
Creative.
many awesome people, a part of this team. At 7:03, folks, it is Friday.
It's right
the
here.
best news of the day. We have made it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it felt
Friday,
like a year?
payday. The only thing we're missing is breakfast. Huh?
Hey, it
We'll
sure
be all set.
is.
You know what we should have done? Because apparently today is National Barbecue Day.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we should have done something.
Got to celebrate that.
I
Come on.
vote, and if our sales team is watching, this might be a good idea to pimp out the show.
I'm with you.
We would love to feature breakfast from local vendors here on this show on 9 News Now. It's a win-win. You support our local businesses. We get to eat breakfast. Come on.
Liz Coe
I can
continues
sell
to be
that.
Yeah,
the
you can.
smartest
I can
person
go
on this
sell
show.
that.
Yeah.
And I can eat that.
See?
So you
We're
sell
good
it,
to go.
I'll eat it.
Team
We're good.
coverage.
Teamwork.
Yeah, we're
Love
good
it.
to go.
Love it. Come on.
Good to go.
You often, when you got that airline camera and you say, "Good morning, Franks," and you get to talk about their biscuits, well, how nice would it be to
The
show
Dedman
off the
family would
biscuits?
definitely want biscuits and gravy out here. They've got the best biscuits.
They do
and
have
gravy.
good biscuits and gravy. Come on.
Even if it's just once a week, we start it once a week.
Yeah.
And then we can grow it.
And Frank's watching. They have TVs on in the restaurant right now. Good
Wow.
morning.
Well, we wish
Hi,
we all had a
Franks.
plate in front
Good
of
morning.
us.
Oh, this has got some possibilities. Not just because we'd get fed.
Oh, I'm not
that's
saying
the
it
most
would be
important
in
part
our
of it.
best
No,
interest.
it's to show off a local business.
Yes.
There are some-
by
we were
putting their
talking-
food in our mouths.
Liz and I and Clay Young were talking the other day about how hard it is to compete in the Baton Rouge market because the food's so
Yeah,
good.
so good.
in so many
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Is it they talk about, and I'm not sure how true it is here or what the numbers are here, but they talk about 1 out of every 10 are going to survive. The restaurants, 9 out of 10
That's
restaurants
tough.
ultimately fail.
And then some of the
It's
chains,
just
like
crazy.
Chili's, we found out the other day, Chili's, the national franchise,
Yeah.
rebranded themselves by testing their facility here in
Good
Baton
for
Rouge
them.
against the
Wow.
Baton Rouge community.
Yeah.
Finding out
Really?
what
It's a
Baton
good
Rouge
tester market
wanted.
for
Survive in
chains,
Baton Rouge.
apparently.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. If you can make it here, you can make it.
Right.
You can make it anywhere. I mean,
All right,
you know, I've
Liza.
always wanted to open a restaurant, but as you mentioned, to your point,
Really?
I'd be afraid to
What
do
kind
it.
would you open?
I don't know, probably like Italian cuisine. Although my wife cooks Creole food like to perfection.
You could
so
do Italian Creole.
I don't know if we could mix those two per se, but yeah, if you could make it here in the restaurant business, you could
Yeah.
definitely make it anywhere. I would think.
I remember when I was growing up, we lived all over the place. But my family's from Louisiana, and at one point we were in Wyoming, and my dad was not serious about this, but he's like, "Well, if I could do it, I'd open up." So we're in Wyoming. I'd open up a Cajun restaurant with a microbrewery in the back. And so, to your point, what style of food would you bring to an area that they don't already have? That kind of a
Right,
See,
thing.
I would do
So-
the opposite. I would bring some of our cuisine to an area they don't have this.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what my dad was talking about. So
Oh,
what
gotcha.
style of
Yeah,
food
you
would you
got it,
bring
got
that
it,
they don't
got it.
already have? And so I'm like, that'd be great. Obviously, we never opened up that restaurant. I will say, I remember living, I was in New Mexico, living in New Mexico, right in the Four Corners area, just south of Durango, Colorado. We would run up to Colorado all the time, Durango, and there was a restaurant up there, and the chef was from South Louisiana, New Orleans. And they brought up what they just called it a Cajun boil. Because nobody was going to do like crawfish. That kind. They were like, what's a crawfish? They just called it a Cajun boil because people know the name Cajun. And we went up there, my wife and I, a number of times. The first time we went up there to try it, we're like, okay.
Hear this coming.
Oh, here's the thing. It was like, it's just on Saturdays. We're not sure if it's going to take. It took. All of a sudden, it's Thursdays and Fridays
Hello.
and Saturdays. Let me tell you. When they come out and they dumped it on the table, I'm like, are they trying to be real?
Yeah.
It was real.
Really?
This
Wow.
guy is from the South and moved it up there, and it worked. It was great. There wasn't a lot of
Authentic.
That's
crawfish.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was,
Up
it was
there.
really
I think
good.
our stuff could work. I mean, as you know, I'm like the resident Yankee over here. So, and the last time I was in New York, I saw the Cane's Chicken open up in Times
Yeah.
Square.
Yeah.
Going up there in about a week, I'm definitely going to hit that up. It plays well up there,
It
and the
does.
food. I've always said this: the food down here, I really would put it up against any other city or
you're right.
state. I really would.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that good. But opening a restaurant, you're rolling the dice. I would say if you want to play it safe, you open a Chick-fil-A. I have never seen a Chick-fil-A not have a line wrapped around the
Well,
building.
that's
true.
And it goes fast. Some of
is
these
true.
other fast
yeah.
food
Yeah.
drive-thrus need to take a lesson from the Chick-fil-A.
They're like a machine
They've got it down
over
on
there.
lock.
You
They
know,
sure
I
do.
never worry about the line because you get through it in 5-10 minutes.
And they usually get it right too. You go to other places, they'll get it wrong.
Your straw is always in
Yeah.
the bag at Chick-fil-A. Not so
Yeah.
much in some other places.
Service
Wow.
with a smile.
They've
I
got
love
it
it.
down
I go there
right.
a couple of
They
times a
do.
week. They have the grilled chicken nuggets on my program, on my diet.
Okay.
Come on.
Delicious.
There
Look
you go.
at
Are you
you.
on the board?
Yeah. Are you getting
I
paid for
should be.
this?
I've invested in that so much.
Yeah.
I should. I love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I've invested a
Man.
lot of money, a lot of calories.
Yeah.
a lot
Right, when I
of-
was in New
Listen,
York,
you
a lot
invest
of
some of that
wine.
money in your own restaurant. You know the Michelin rating guide is coming to Baton Rouge.
Really?
So maybe if
Really?
you open your restaurant, it's big time. This is a big deal because
Okay.
Baton Rouge is
Michelin
real
stars.
excited about this.
Gotta be on your
We've
game
got
for
so
that.
many chefs here that deserve that recognition.
Yes.
So I think it'll be a big selling point for a lot of people who want to come eat and
We
try
don't have to
things.
go to weather right now, do we?
Yeah.
She said
No,
weather
it's- I keep
time.
talking about the food.
Okay, highs
Probably.
in the 90s, a chance of rain on Wednesday.
All
That's
right.
it.
Leave it
You
to,
just
leave it
stole
to the
your thunder.
pros.
Just
and
did.
But yeah, we do actually need to do this because there's a lot going on this weekend.
Yeah.
No rainbow is going to be hot.
Yeah, it definitely is, guys. We're going to be cooking up a storm out there. Highs are going to be in the 90s, and yeah, but there's not much sun right now. But that's going to change very quickly. Looks like a little, what is that, a pontoon boat out there that they have with this little guy right here. Probably going to pull something out, hopefully good. Maybe a catfish. You get catfish over there? Yeah, you do. So that's good eating. Pair of sevens out your door right now. On our way to highs in the 90s. By the way, we did get to the 90s yesterday. So that 91 that you see there, that was the first one, the first official 90-degree day in Baton Rouge of the year so far, 2025. Our typical first 90-degree day is May 13th, so we weren't that far off, just 2 days behind that. So far, so good. Out of the first 15 days of the month, only 5 out of those first 15 days were they above normal. It's right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the rest of them mainly below normal. So it hasn't been that bad of a month yet as far as heat, but that looks to change. I know you can't tell by looking at this, but this is kind of a bubble, a dome of high pressure right here, all the severe weather riding up and around it, so it's kind of steering all the bad weather away from our area. But just like yesterday, we're starting out with a low altitude cloud deck. That'll start to thin out, break apart later in the day, but we're disconnected for all this severe weather, and there's going to be quite a bit in the way of severe weather to the north right now, so we don't have to worry about that. We just have to deal with temperatures in the 90s. So low 90s today. The graph wants to get a little bit aggressive tomorrow for your Saturday and take us closer to the mid 90s. I don't think we're going to get there, but it will feel like it. So even though you're seeing 92, maybe sneak in a 93, it's going to feel closer to 100 with the humidity. But when we get this front that's going to move through Wednesday of next week, I really do think it's going to make at least some impact. But as I mentioned before, at least we don't have to deal with any of the thunderstorm activity. They got a red bullseye up there. You don't like to see that on the SPC map. St. Louis down to Memphis, back up to Cincinnati, and they're already dealing with that on their radar. In our neck of the woods, the next chance of rain is still days away, and it only looks like it's one day and one day only, and that looks to be on Wednesday. That's when this cool front's going to slide on by, and as I mentioned, it's going to drop our temperature. But between now and that point leading up to Wednesday, notice the dew point's still going to be very high. It's still going to be very humid, very soupy out there. For today, we'll go with the high of 91. The winds will pick up from time to time, might make it feel better. Live after 5, you obviously don't need any kind of rain gear or anything like that, but it's going to be really warm tonight, and it's going to be downright hot for the Swamp Birthday Bash. 92 degrees is going to be the high there. Let me fast forward. I'm running out of time here. Give you your 10-day. The one chance of rain on Wednesday. We'll drop it to the mid-80s, the mid to latter part of next week. So at least a little bit of relief is down the road, Johnny.
Thank you, Jared. Good morning, everybody. 9 News Now, most important things in about 15 minutes. And one of the things we gave you your first alert to this morning was the house fire on Hooper, right near Mickens. If you're just joining us, let me show you where this is. There's the airport. Here's Hooper Road. There's Mickens right there. And Mickens has a closure still this morning. Hooper Road eastbound is still closed. If you're going away from the airport, you're going to be forced to turn onto Mickens. Alternate routes are kind of weird going eastbound. You can stay on Plank over to Airline Highway, take Airline Highway down to Greenville Springs Road, and then Greenville Springs Road over to Jewel, which is right there if you're going out toward Blackwater. All right, WAFB 9 News Now continues. Matt and Liz back right after a real short break. Give you the very latest, what we're just finding out about that house fire. And that's coming up next. Stay right where you are.
So before you get going, let's follow up with what Johnny was talking about, that breaking news from this morning, the traffic situation. It's much more than that. Liz, it's a deadly house fire in Baton Rouge.
And we now know that the victim here is a man. We don't know exactly who he is. The coroner's office will identify that person. We're also told that the house is a total loss. Baton Rouge Fire, Central Fire, District Fire are all working together to work on this case. This has been a gruesome kind of scene here all morning long.
It kind of has. We'll keep you updated with the traffic issues, and of course we'll follow along with this investigation. Let's make a hard turn here on a Friday, and you know what? Let's celebrate some lives. Let's celebrate some folks getting to the next chapter of their life.
5,000 LSU graduates will be getting a degree today, and that's 5,000 across multiple commencement ceremonies. You're looking at the list of different ceremonies that'll kick off today at 8 a.m. with the Paul M. Hebert Law Center. It's going to continue through tomorrow, so expect traffic to be busy in and around LSU's campus, especially the PMAC and Tiger Stadium.
It's National Barbecue Day today. I don't know if you knew that. How about some smoked chicken? And to go along with that, some jambalaya and some white beans, all for a great cause. We're trying to raise some money for a first responder, a deputy in Point Capee.
You know who this is. This is Deputy Robert Williams. He was injured in a car crash while directing traffic weeks ago. He's still recovering and he could use your help. If you'd like to buy a plate lunch today, we've got the details on this website so you can get his $6.
$10.
That's it.
$10.
Easy enough.
Exactly. So good to get.
You don't have to cook. How about that?
Exactly. You know it's going to be good. You know it's
I'm
going to be
glad
great.
you mentioned that about LSU and traffic around LSU, North Stadium Drive, South Stadium Drive, parking lots, Gurrier Road, as well as Skip Bergman Drive. Graduations today at LSU.
We'll peek in our 9 o'clock show.
Yeah,
Let
we
folks
will.
know how it's flowing along. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
You could be driving a
Experience the thrill of a new Honda Accord right now from Team Honda. Named a Car and Driver's 10 Best Award winner for the 39th time. Get 2.99% financing for 60 months right now on your new Accord. At Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.